Welcome back to Retro Netro, and I'm your host, The Big Boss. And today, I'm going to go over some pickups I got. Yes, it's been a while for pickups. I know I used to order a lot of stuff through Japan and other areas of the world, but today I'm going to show you some of my fun pickups that I did and why I picked them up, kind of show you the box art, kind of talk about it, and go from there. Alright guys, here we go. My first pickup is this wonderful package here. I know, you can't see the front because it does have my address on it, so sorry, but my first pickup is Dino Crisis for the Xbox. Now this game was a sequel to Dino Crisis 2 and 1, obviously. It deals with a different kind of timeline. It's a lot more in the future, I think 100 years or so, or longer probably. This game critically failed. And I mean critically, I mean it critically failed. This game was purely awful. And why I got this? Well, because I love dinosaurs. I think they're awesome. I think that dinosaurs are really fun to kill and shoot, and it's just fun types of games like Jurassic Park and stuff like that. And no one really makes good dino hunting games besides, Turok the Dinosaur Hunter, which was really awesome and fun. But I think like the Dino Crisis series mixes the feeling of like Resident Evil and, I guess Resident Evil feel to it, as in a Dino Crisis feel to it. So that's my first one. This one cost me about $35 for all in box. Pretty good condition off of eBay. So if you're looking for a copy like this, they probably range between $30 and $60. Obviously, it will continue to go up because it is becoming harder to find. And remember, it's for the original Xbox, so if you don't have one, it probably won't work. And if you're using the Xbox 360, maybe. Alright, that's that one. So, the guy said do not crush. I will not. Next game is going to be none other but Dino Crisis 2 for the PlayStation. Now, obviously, Dino Crisis 1 and Dino Crisis 2 were probably the best two in the series, obviously since there's only three. But, I think, like, overall it had a very unique storyline, scary, it had its own, like, feeling of, like, intense combat and everything else. And let's be honest, like, we love games like this when it comes to, having fun. Take the edge to cut on edge. So, here, obviously, it's played of a Blockbuster Video, so, that's interesting. But it's complete. It's Dino Crisis 2. It's from Capcom. It's on PlayStation. Honestly, a super, super, super cool game. This one can range between 40 and 80, I think, depending on the, condition and everything. Mine not so great, so it was about $40. So, just so you guys know. The next one we have is here. Now this one was an Xbox exclusive, and it's called Panzer Dragon Orta. So it's an Xbox only game that this version has not come out for anywhere else, which is pretty awesome. As you can see, let's look at the back right here. So this game overall, like, super awesome, super fun. Great graphics, great music, great just everything. Like, I think out of the Panzer Dragon series, I know the other ones are good too, but for this to be an Xbox exclusive, I think that's pretty awesome. There's no manual, unfortunately, but there is the game, I hope. So I got this game on eBay. Mind you, most of these are eBay, if not all, are eBay purchases. I got this one for $45. Now you would think like, okay, that's a typical game. Right now they're running probably closer to $60 and $70. But for an older game, usually you wouldn't pay that much. Now the reason why is because, once again, limited availability, harder to find, and the retro market continues to rise. So if you're interested in buying anything retro, I think like something you should do, and something that I've learned, is that buy what you want to buy what you want to play, buy what means something to you. I think a lot of times as collectors, we try and buy everything and buy it all. But sometimes not really worth it. Now, I'm guilty of it. I buy certain things that I may have never play or will never play. But but I like the rarity of it. I like the feeling of like it's special, it's unique, right? I think that something I learned is that I like certain games and they mean close to me, in my heart, you know, like the Gomon series, the Mystical Ninja. I love the Godzilla games. They're fun because that's something I grew up in nostalgia, right? Pokemon, Mario, all that stuff. So I think just think about that when it comes to your game collecting if you're going to. Next one we got here. Now I know if you guys watch this, you're going to hate me for this game. And I know why you're going to hate me for this game. So I'm a big time Nintendo person, but I love Sega when Sega was good back in the day. And I grew up playing games like Mario and Alter Beast. And there was one game that I really loved playing, especially with my friends, and that was Golden Axe. I loved Golden Axe 1, loved Golden Axe 2. Never really got to play Golden Axe 3 because it was only a Japan exclusive, but it did come over to the States by import and ROMs and all that fun stuff. But then they made a couple more Golden Axes between that, and then finally the new generation, the new consoles, PlayStation 3, they announced a Golden Axe game. And I was so thrilled. And they gave me garbage. There it is. There's the garbage. Golden Axe Beast Rider. They could have made this game so much fun. Heck, they could have been in a 2D, 3D format. But no. No, no, no. They gave us garbage. They gave us something that no one really wanted to play. It was buggy, it was poor, horrible mechanics, not so great graphics. Just overall, very bad game. And it just really disappointed a lot of people. Like, a lot of people grew up playing Golden Axe. They love the co-op system. They love the magic. They love the fighting. They love all that stuff. And this game has literally almost none of that. It's like they took a adventure game that you ride around on a beast, and that's pretty much it. Quote unquote, that's why it's called Beast Rider. It was really disappointing. But since I'm a fanatic and I love games like this, I have to collect. Now this game cost about $20. It's not really that rare, and to be honest with you, I'm sure you can find a lot of copies around town. And they might go up here and there, but it's not really a wanted game. No one really wants it, unfortunately. The next game we got is here. Here we go. To finally complete the 3 games that I got from the same series, Dino Crisis 1. It includes the Resident Evil Nemesis bonus disc. Unfortunately, I don't think this one includes it. So let's keep going. Here we go. Once again, it looks like Resident Evil 1 or Resident Evil 2. It feels that nostalgic feeling of, like, instead of zombies, now you're killing dinosaurs. And that slow pace shooting of those large animals or raptors just gives you the feel of, like, excitement and it's by the same creators. So let's be honest, like, they knew how to make a game. So kudos to them. I really wish they would make another game in this series. I don't care how they have to make it, but man, if they could. Dino Crisis, obviously upside down because obviously I can't move that disc while I'm holding it. So put that down here. And now we have the last game. Well, one more game, but it might not be on this episode. So, this game. There are 2 types of this, and I think in the last part I just said how Golden Axe had many other games come out, including an arcade port. Revenge, I think, of Death After. Unfortunately, you can only get that in the arcades, and I have not seen anyone remake it. Granted, I know there's some ports on Dreamcast that you can buy online. I don't know how well those are actually made or imported, so I wouldn't tell you why to buy them or not. Now, this is a Japanese version of Golden Axe The Duel. Now, this is a fighting game of Golden Axe characters, which is pretty awesome. Put it aside. There we go. I think that's really, really cool. Granted, obviously, I would love the American version, but hard to find, extremely expensive. But to have something like this in my collection makes me so happy because, obviously, there's a couple games for Golden Axe that I probably will never get because it's just too hard to find. But once again, this game wasn't the best. I would say it was still above Golden Axe Beast Rider. I think that's still the bottom tier from any Golden Axe games, which is really sad, to be honest with you, because I think that had a lot of potential. I'm hoping someone takes the rights, rebuilds it. I know that Steam released a unofficial release of Golden Axe game of a 2D kind of 3D platformer that they kind of were making in the works and then canceled it. I really wish someone would take that project and continue moving it on. I think it would make a lot of money, even if it was cheap, like not as expensive as a normal game. Maybe it was like $30. Heck, I'd buy it. I'm sure many people would. But I think like they had such strong potential to go to a 3D format, and they really messed it up. So those are my game pickups. I hope you guys liked it. Tell me what games you liked out of that collection, what games you didn't like, and let me know if you know any suggestions of what other games I should collect or buy, and if you find any other things that may be the same relevance to the same genre or type of game, please let me know in the comments below. I hope to see you guys next time on Retro Netro. Bye!